Can I ask you, during that performance, were there any rhythmic ideas? Like, what kind of rhythmic ideas were you, structural and like harmonic ideas were you working on just now during that? Or was there anything that came up like that?
Yeah, it all came up, and I don't know how successfully I dealt with any of it, but on a personal level, I'm a little tired.
Yeah, man.
And also, I've been living in the world of notes lately. A lot of literal music, you know, notes. So this is a world of, you know, like it's like subatomic music at this point. Basically, it's like the sound and texture, you know. So it's a whole nother discipline, you know. So you have to really, you know, you just have to really dive in. And you know, I've not been playing enough of, you know, my own type of stuff, you know, this stuff.
This is your own type of stuff?
Huh?
This is what you consider your own type of stuff?
Well, you know, I mean, yeah, I like to deal in more than just notes at this point. I mean, I don't shy away from sound, you know, so music is sound manipulation, sound, you know, something, so it's an ongoing process. But yeah, I mean, I thought that was good. I could have played a little bit longer. I was just getting warmed up, actually. But Philip wanted to end it, so he ended it. It was cool. But yeah, you know.
Were there any emotional states that you went through during that last 25 minutes that you could recognize? Or?
Well, I mean, I don't know. Tonight there wasn't too much whimsy. Sometimes you play, I mean, you know, not an Oscar Wilde thing. Yeah, anyway. No, I mean, sometimes it just won't be so dark. I thought, well, I mean, I don't know, you know, I shouldn't say that because I'm not in a bad mood per se, and I'm not in a particularly angst-ridden, goth-out kind of vibe, so I can't really, you know. It's just that we were just, you know, exploring some close harmonies, or trying to go there, and they were, you know, the atonal dissonance of this stuff, the way it would just clash, you know, it can suggest, you know, sort of, you know, I don't know, mental disarray or confusion or a state of tension, you know. So I guess you could construe that sonically, but I don't know, you know, it's like, that's kind of the intervals that we deal in, you know, as well as some other stuff, but, you know, it just wasn't as pastoral as it normally is. Probably because, you know, we're coming at it from a different, I mean, it's just this evening, you know, when you improvise, whatever happens in the moment happens at that night, so, you know.
How do you think your worldview gets conveyed in your music or in your performance thing?
Well,
yeah. Is there something?
Yeah. Well. Yeah, my worldview is a little cynical at this point, so there definitely is, you know. I would say I've used music in a cynical manner. I've used sarcasm in music. I would say when I play sometimes, you know, I definitely try to fuck with people these days. I'm not really like, you know, especially if you're going to sit close to the stage and not listen, I'm really like going to go into it, you know, because I'm kind of annoyed. I'm a little angry these days. So I would say that at times, you know, I will flash with a saxophone if need be. But you know, but my worldview is that, you know, is that music is here to heal the situation, and it should be given its proper respect. And I'm not suggesting I'd be driving around in a Bentley with 9 saxophones in the closet and supermodel phone numbers in my cell phone. I just think people who dare to like fuck with this shit, it's not fucking for the squeamish, man. You know, I mean, even if you decide to go be like a pop star, you know, that's like the ultimate prostitution ring there, right? So it's like if you turn around, you try to play some music that you actually like, you know, that you know maybe a whole lot of people ain't gonna dig, but this is what you do, you know? Like if you decide to live that way, it's, dude, I don't have to tell you, you know, it's a cliche at this point, but it's real if you're up in that, you know. So I would just hope that, you know, we began to respect kind of just the arts in general, and just the fact that we need the imagination around here. We need people to like conceive of new worlds and ideas and not be held in check by like rules and regulations and NEA grants and all that bullshit. You know, like you should be able to, you know. I mean, Sun Ra should have got a MacArthur in his lifetime. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that guy, he's a father of the American avant-garde, hands down. You know, they want to talk about Cage and shit, dude. If you delve into Ra's thing, you know what's going on, dude. Light shows, happenings, before they had words for them, he was doing that shit. So, you know, and he never really had any kind of significant third-party funding like some other people have, or universities weren't, you know. I mean, he taught over at Berkeley in 1971, but that was about it, though, you know. So, but anyway, I would hope that, like, you know, at least in the West, because I know in other parts of the planet it's this way, but at least in the West, that the West starts to open up its mind and heart to the idea of this music as a healing thing, you know, and start putting people on, dude, because, you know, the drugs are not working, everybody's cracked out, the coffee and the cigarettes ain't working, people tweaking, you know, the yoga class, I see people come out of yoga classes angry, they've been stretching for an hour and a half, listening to each other fart, ass all up in other people's faces, like, you know, vinyasa, sun citation, this, that, and the other fucking thing, paid their $17, and come out to class and look at me like with darts in their eyes as I walk by going to my gig. This is like every Wednesday. And it's just like, I'm like, wow, really? Like, this is... Like, you know, you're supposed to do this to relax, right? So, you know, they need to get tuned up, man. They need to get tuned up. We all need to get tuned up, you know? This shit is a fucking tuning fork, and it's out, you know? And it needs to, the frequencies need to line up. So, and you know, certain people aren't equipped to do that. Other people, that's what they do all the time. They live there. You know? So it's time to give them a chance.
Yeah, dude, some girl was over here telling me about that.
Man, thank you for that.